Happy New Year, everybody! Hi, and welcome to another episode presented by yours truly, Cryptids Roost. Please be so kind as to throat punch the like button, and don't forget to smack the ass of that subscribe button as well. This will help with YouTube's algorithm and will help promote the channel more. If you would like to support this channel and help make it grow, any grateful donations can be made to paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Don't forget to check out the merch store. All links will be listed below. So grab your coffee, sit back and enjoy the show. I Hate My New Apartment, Part 6. This fantastic series is written by Rose Black 2222, a wonderful author over on Reddit's NoSleep. I want to start this post off by saying Happy December, everybody. Yes, we are at that festive time of the year again. The lights are bright and nights are longer. The snow is ice cold, but a nice cup of hot cocoa or tea will warm you right up. One drawback of this month is that I have to work extra hours to keep up with the holiday rush. That's alright though, I can at least enjoy the general mood around things. Or at least I would if not for what happened. Naturally, my apartment proceeded with the whole trying to kill me thing. I made sure to prepare as best as I could. I'm not allowed to have any firearms, so the best thing for me was going down to Lowe's and getting a hatchet. I also purchased a few sizable pocket knives. I sat on my bed looking at my phone. It read December 2nd, 11:59 PM. Then it changed to midnight. Alright, let's get this over with, I thought, putting away my phone, then grabbing my hatchet and knives. After pocketing my knives, I stepped out of my room, ready to swing the hatchet. When I did, I heard the sound of bells. I used this as an opportunity to be stealthy. When I reached my living room, I turned the corner and saw something in my kitchen. Apparently, the apartment had changed my fake tree because it was rummaging through my fridge. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that it had somehow grown a pair of arms and legs, and its ornaments looked fuzzier than I remembered. To my dismay, it got out my eggnog and started downing it. That fucking piece of shit, I thought, approaching it with my weapon raised. As it drank my eggnog, I buried my hatchet into its back. It howled in pain and I pulled the blade free. It turned and glared at me. This thing had 3 holes in the shape of a pair of eyes and a mouth. That's not what freaked me out though. What freaked me out is the said fuzzy ornament turned out to be shrunken heads. To my surprise, all of them spoke at once. "Hey, Ethan, why don't you join us? You would not believe how comfortable it is," they said in a surprisingly soothing voice. No thanks, I prefer my head the size it is and attached to my shoulders, thank you very much." "Vernetai is very angry with you." "Why should I care?" "Because he has someone you know." Shit, Sal's, I thought. "Why should I believe you?" I asked. "See for yourself," they said, then exhaled a bright green smoke. "Jesus Christ, the fuck is this stuff?" I said, coughing as it filled the living room. "It will make you see." I squinted through my tear-filled eyes to try and see through the smoke. All I saw, though, was green. In it, shapeless beings were moving inches in front of me. If they had been any further away, I would have been able to see them. Their pattern was chaotic at first, but then they started to gravitate towards each other. They clashed, making this pulsating black goo, which began to form a familiar shape. I saw the shadow of a goat with chains around its body. It struggled against them in vain. "Sal's!" I said, reaching for it. As I did, 2 shapes began forming above the imitation. The first was an axe, like the one an executioner would use in medieval times. The second took the shape of Venetai. It grasped the axe, then with one swing cut the head off the Sal's imitation. After it did, the smoke cleared. "That could be you," the heads told me. "You motherfuckers! What did you do to him?" I yelled. "Nothing yet, but if you want him back safe, you will cooperate with us." "How?" "Remove the dream catchers you have up. Venetai would like to have a word with you." "Why don't you do it?" "He wants you to show that you are willing to work with him. Think of it as an act of good faith. He may be wrathful, however, he is not unreasonable. We will be going soon. Consider this short visit an early Christmas gift. He will be waiting for you tonight," they said as the fake tree went back to where I had first put it. Its arms and legs retracted back into it. The shrunken heads changed back to regular ornaments. They left me standing there to ponder the situation. What if this was all a bluff to get me to lower my guard? What if it wasn't? I hadn't seen Sal's lately, so it was entirely possible something could have happened to him. If so, what? I debated on what to do for a little while, but eventually I decided to take down the dream catchers. I knew I could be possibly stepping into a trap. However, if Sal's really was in danger, I couldn't turn my back on him. I looked down at all the dream catchers, then put them in my car. Afterwards, I came back and headed right for bed.
"Ethan, it is good to see you again,"
Venetai said. "Cut this shit. What do you want from me?"
"No need to be rude. I assure you that I have nothing but the best intentions for you. As for what I want, well, we've come to realize something. You see, we think all the encounters you have survived so far was due to dumb luck. Now, we are starting to think there may be a bit more to it than that."
"You mean like I have some sort of special ability or something?"
"Something like that. We believe your life force may be the key to bringing me to your world."
"So much for having my best interest."
"I never said we had to sacrifice you. All we need is a little blood."
"If that's the case, why not have someone kidnap me?"
"The ritual to summon me requires all people involved in it to be willing participants. Of course, you can choose not to, although it would mean your friend meeting a rather gruesome death."
Venetai snapped his fingers. Sal's appeared between us, wrapped in chains. He was lying on his side with cuts all over his body. He panted heavily as he looked at me. He attempted to say something to me, but his voice was too hoarse for me to understand. "You fucking prick," I growled at Venetai.
"Believe it or not, he is actually in worse condition back in the real world. If you want to save him, come here," he replied, waving his hand. A small slip of paper with an address written on it appeared in front of me. I looked at it, then back to Sal's and Venetai. Sal's weakly shook his head. Venetai placed a foot on his neck. "No!" "You have until New Year's to decide. Just remember, the longer you take, the more stuff like this," he said, grinding his foot on Sal's neck, causing him to whimper in pain, "happens." "You no good spider-faced piece of shit," I yelled as I attempted to charge at him. Before I could reach him though, some force pulled me back. The dream began to fade, and the next thing I knew, I was back in my apartment. I haven't been able to sleep for a few days. I obviously don't want to let that demon spider god into our world. However, I also want to rescue Sal's. I know he doesn't want me saving him, but I don't want to sit here while he gets tortured by those sick fucks. What should I do?
Wow, that was an epic episode. If you enjoyed listening to this instalment, be sure to pop over to the author's Reddit profile, RoseBlack2222, and drop them a line, or even give them a glowing review. The link to their Reddit profile will be below in the description, and be sure to check out their Patreon for more stories. The link to their Patreon will also be listed below. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed my narration, then please feel free to like and share the video. Leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time I upload a new video. Have you had any cryptid sightings, paranormal or supernatural encounters, or even had any creepy or terrifying situations that you would like to share? Or have you even written a creepypasta story that you would like me to narrate? You can submit your stories and encounters to cryptidsroost@gmail.com. If you wish to remain anonymous, that's fine with me, not a problem. Now I also have a Facebook group, Twitter, Reddit and Discord, although I don't have my own server yet. Now again, all the relevant links will be below. If you would like to support the channel and help to make it grow, my PayPal is paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Again, that'll all be listed below. Oh, and one final note, I am in the process of creating a couple of merch stores, one on Redbubble and one on Teespring, so be sure to keep your eye out for any further notifications of those. Okay? And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not.